Alright, hey YouTube. Looks like we're live. Just gonna double check it, make sure we have audio, give people a chance to file in and join us.
Alright, hey YouTube.
There we go. Alright, audio's there. For some reason OBS is not showing me my chat. I think we've been here before. Chat, there we go. There's the chat. Alright. Got some good stuff today. Got this Wilds of Eldraine set booster box we're going to crack here. Talk a little bit about what's in this set. Stuff that's been coming out recently. Got a couple little extra surprises we'll get into here in a minute. Just going to see if we get some people to join in the next couple of minutes here before I crack anything. And then we'll get started. While we have people coming in, I also want to go ahead and plug upcoming tournament for a format I created. This is our Planet of Hats tournament. Planet of Hats is a format I created that's a commander variant. It's a 60 card singleton format. Instead of a legendary creature for your commander, you use a non-aura, non-creature, non-flip card enchantment. So just like a regular global enchantment. And then you have regular color identity rules from there. But there's a bunch of other structural changes that make it play out very differently than regular commander or something like that. So there's no non-combat damage. You can't force your opponents to lose life. You can pay life for your own effects. You can still use Necropotence, fetch lands, stuff like that, but you can't force your opponents to die through life loss. Only through combat damage, poison counters, or mill. In order to attack, you have to have your commander, which we call your hat, in play. And there's no commander tax, so you can cast your hat over and over again at no cost. So that opens up a lot of interesting combo space and forces a lot of interaction for the win conditions. Instead of turtling up, casting a bunch of silence effects, and just comboing out on your turn, it's often much more productive to go for an interactive win through combat. And even a lot of the mill options may leverage combat as well, or a lot of creature generation and have mill as a backup win condition. The mill is probably the most direct combo available in the format. But the format's awesome. It's been a lot of fun to play. We've been testing it out at the local game store where we're having this, Crimson Lion Games, for about 2 months now, and ready to show it off to the world and get some new ideas in the format, get some new people brewing for it. So really excited to get people involved on this. And I'm going to go back and edit the description of this video later. I'll try to remember to put the link for the format rules in there, but you can search for the Planet of Hats on Facebook. You'll find the group. You can apply for entry there. We've got the rules document. We've got a deck registry online. Working on really kind of getting some traction with this format, which has been a lot of fun. It really plays differently than anything else that's going on right now in multiplayer Magic. It reminds me a lot of some old 60 card one-on-one Magic that was a lot of fun that you don't see a lot of anymore. A lot of the top formats we used to play one-on-one Magic just really don't have the traction that they used to. So Planet of Hats kind of evokes some of that feel, but in a multiplayer free-for-all that's just been a blast. So, alright, I don't see any activity in the chat. Not sure if we've got anybody on for the stream yet. I'm going to give it just another minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and start cracking the box here and see who filters in. Before we get started on a box, though, I do have this foil promo pack from Kamigawa and Neon Dynasty. I thought we might use this as a little appetizer. Got some of these from, I guess, F&M. So I guess they don't do these anymore, or maybe they do. I haven't played in an F&M with a regular prize in quite some time. I did play F&M this past week, actually, Pioneer, because I was going for that Lotus Petal promo that was available. I didn't get it there. I did win one in a draft midnight before that, so that was good. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. Got this pack I just cracked. And this looks like a March. Yep. That is a red March for the first rare. Get that out of there. So we got the red March, a Reckless Joy. And behind it, I don't know what that is. What is that? That's a Jukain Naturalist. Lifelink, enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Alright. Not bad. It's a beautiful foil. And our third card here is a Draconic Intervention. So we got March of Reckless Joy, So you exile the top X cards of your library and play up to 2 cards until the end of your next turn. It's an okay card selection spell, I guess. Kind of like a red Delveless dig through time. Jukai Naturalist, fine in, I guess, the Enchantress decks that want it. And Draconic Intervention, exile spells, deal damage to each non-X-Dragon creature, and then exile this. This card's terrible. But I will take the Arena Code. I haven't played Arena in a while, but soon we'll do a stream where I crack just a bunch of Arena packs that I've been saving up for some time. So that should be fun. Alright, I'm going to get this back in here. And we'll go ahead and get into this Wilds box. Let's see what it has in store for us. So, alright, so just like last time, let me get this graphic off the screen here. Just like last time, I still don't have the top-down camera, so we're going to do this like this. We got the Ken Meyer Jr. Dark Ritual playmat from my Dark Ritual collection for our background today. I'm a big fan of Dark Ritual. Love the card, love a lot of the arts for it. I've collected it for some time and collect a lot of stuff related to it. So I was very happy to pick this playmat up from Ken Meyer Jr. at I think SCG Con Dallas. Probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. Pretty good. Pretty good playmat. Sits up on the shelf too much now. Needs to get played more. I always have too many nice playmats. Alright, so this box got a little beat in transit, so unfortunately our Sir Ginger little wall decoration here is not, well, okay, it's kind of ugly anyway. It has a QR code on it. Probably wasn't going to go up on the wall anyway. I have been known to put the wrappers from a bundle up on the wall temporarily. Some of those are interesting, like the one from the original Throne was really nice artwork. It was like a gender flipped Sleeping Beauty kind of thing, or maybe a knight in some sort of magical sleep. I don't remember. It was an interesting visual though. Nice art. Alright, so let's get that box out of here. And let's start cracking some packs. Hey Mtumbo, thanks for joining. Just getting into the box here. We opened up a little promo pack to start up. Nothing great in here though. Got the Arena Code, March of Reckless Joy, I think is probably the biggest hit in here. Jukai Naturalist, and this Draconic Intervention seems terrible. Jukai Naturalist is pretty good if you're building the right deck for it. But let's get into this first pack. Alright, what do we got? I love the art cards. I hope someday the art cards are worth something more than nothing, but it's tough to imagine what it'll take for that to happen. I'm going to skip all these commons. If you haven't played Limited in this format yet, you definitely should. It's awesome. Oh wow, okay, these packs are like way more uncommons than I thought. Okay, those are common. These uncommons are really boring too, except Collector's Vault. I love this card. For an uncommon and limited, this is sweet. 2 mana tap, loot, and make a treasure. This card is one of my favorite new toys in Limited in quite some time. Frolicking Familiar is kind of a silly card. Okay, Lord Skitter's Blessing is our first rare, and I do love this Rat King. We get a crappy, I forget what these flashback showcase cards are called, but Season of Growth ain't it. And Fairy Fencing, one of my favorite removal spells in this limited format, because it scales like crazy, especially if you're playing fairies, and if you're in black, you should be playing fairies, because Barrow Naughty and, okay, I didn't get either of them in this pack, but Barrow Naughty and the 4-mana Flash guy that kills a creature your opponent controls that's taken damage this turn, those guys are both nuts. If you're in black, I'm pretty sure you should be playing them. I don't think there's a better black deck in the format. Alright, I'm already all over the place with my cards here. We're going to separate out foil basics over here, because I know I don't want those in with general population. And I guess I'll stick rares in a pile here, and these in a pile. And art cards in a pile. Thanks, Project Booster Fund. You made it so intuitive to break down a box. Oh, and tokens in a pile, I guess. Alright. Not foil. So where does that go? Non-foil basic lands? Ugh, it's a nightmare. Common, common, common. Common trash. Uncommon, 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 uncommon. Alright, let's take a look at some of this, because we got another Fairy Fencing, which is a cool uncommon. I don't have just like a right. Okay, that's going in with this. This guy, he's sweet. When you cast a spell on your opponent's turn, target creature gets -1/-1. Like that guy a lot in limited. And I have not seen this guy before. I guess he's an okay fairy 1-drop if you're really hardcore in the fairies deck. And Neva is a trap so far. I have not seen Neva actually do anything. Restless Cottage is nice. I like this. We got a borderless non-foil manland. And our first mythic. Okay, this pack is straight gas compared to the last one. We got the Restless Cottage. We got a mythic, Virtue of Knowledge. Or Virtue of, Knowledge. So this basically is like Panharmonicon enchantment. We got a Bitter Blossom. I love the new art on Bitter Blossom. And then we got the new hotness from Modern and Legacy in foil, Up the Beanstalk. Card is bonkers. And a rat token. Alright, so hopefully we get some more foil Up the Beanstalks out of here. I'll gladly take that. Alright. Hey, thanks for joining, Carpe Nuts. I ain't seasoned shit except the contents of these packs, but you do you. Alright, we got our mythic that loves adventures there. We got a non-foil basic. We got bulk. Picnic Ruiner. This guy rocks in limited. Awesome card. I got wrecked by a ruby in Pioneer on Friday night because I should have stolen it and won with it, but I missed that it got bigger on combat, so I ended up leaving 2 damage on the table, leaving my opponent at 1, and dying on the crackback, so that was unfortunate. We got Twining Twins, which I think is good in limited, but not really anywhere else. I could be wrong about that. Let's see. Let's take a look. It's just a rare. Yeah. Okay, so it blinks something. Yeah, and this card's terrible. It's a 4/4 Flying Vigilance Ward 1, so you get like a barely souped up Air Elemental and a Flicker that only hits creatures. It's not a good rare. Smothering Tide. This one's good. I like this. It's not quite what we're... Okay, so I meant to mention at the top of this, we're really hoping to get the Agatha's Cauldron out of this box. It's the card I really need from this set still. And so Feed the Cauldron here. It's at least on the same spiritual level we're going for. It's not all the way there. But hold out, cross your fingers. We need to see an Agatha's Cauldron, preferably in foil. Preferably in, borderless, extended art foil, whatever, but I'm not even sure if that exists. But I'll take whatever form I can take it in, really. Whatever I can get it in. I'll take any of them, but preferably the best available. Alright, let's go through bulk. Gadwick's First Duel, kind of neat. Create a cursed roll on a creature your opponent controls, scry 2, and then twin cast. The next spell you cast is the ultimate on that, or the whatever you call it, the last chapter on the saga. I like that one a lot. Fairy Slumber Party, pretty lame rare. Redcap Gutter Dweller. I thought I was going to play this guy in my Zagros deck, but he got cut almost immediately. Kind of disappointed about it. This guy's probably going to go in a cube. He's a sweet limited card. Gives a creature double strike off of his adventure, and then he's just a big old menacer. 5 mana, 5/4 menace. Which is certainly underpowered for all but the weakest limited environments even these days. It's kind of crazy. But having the double strike spell on there makes him a shoe-in. I love these lands. I wish there were more of them, so I guess I'll put this with the foil. Bulk. Fairy Fencing, Dream Spoilers, Fairy Dream Thief. Those are the same exact 3 fairy uncommons we got in the second pack. Alright, Iron Crag. This is... I'm mad that this card exists, because they don't need to be printing more just like good 2-mana rocks. Like this. How is this card not just better than Thought Vessel? In almost every deck they would want a Thought Vessel. They shouldn't print new staples like that. That's too close to the Arcane Signet level. Just like flying too close to the sun. I'm not in. Leyline of Sanctity, my second one so far out of this set. I wish I had a slot for even one of them in a deck. But it's a good card. You don't want to get targeted by your opponent's Thoughtseize. Really not much better around. Interesting effects, like if you're in like Heads Up, your opponent can't cast Intuition if you have a Leyline of Sanctity out because it has to target you. There's other effects like that. Scheming Symmetry, I guess, you can't be targeted, but you probably want to be targeted by your opponent's Scheming Symmetry, so I'm not sure that's an upside. Contributes to why I'm not playing this card. Alright, we got the bulk out of the way. We got an Asinine Antics. That's a mythic. So 2 and 2 blue, pay 2 more to cast it as though it had flash, and sticks a cursed roll token on each of your opponent's creatures. Pretty sweet card. Makes them all base 1/1s. I don't know that I'm ever going to play that card. But I think it's probably decent in standard, right, against some aggro deck. Spreading Seas, though, this might be my third of this one. I'm probably going to start playing this Spreading Seas in Modern. It's nice. All right, we got a Virtue of Strength. This is It's a Nyxbloom Ancient on an enchantment and a regrowth for 1 green. A creature or land regrowth, so pretty bad regrowth. But might be an okay hat. Not sure. You're getting a decent creature out of the art, I guess. Like the triple mana Nyxbloom Ancient part, that's probably good. Probably something you can do with that. Power out a big finale or something. Alright, let's get into the next one here. Ooh, fancy. Is this Knightly Valor? Yeah, it goes like that, and yes it is. That's Knightly Valor, I think. It is, Knightly Valor, right there. Oh, fancy, foily, awesome swamp. Alright, bulk. Tough Cookie. Tough Cookie is cool. Let's take a moment to appreciate the fact that they made a badass gingerbread golem that makes other badass gingerbread golems. Okay, this pack is the biggest hit we've had so far. We got A Tale for the Ages. Enchanted creatures get +2/+2. Who cares? I care more about this doubling season. I haven't owned a doubling season possibly ever, except like a couple I've come through in trading or buying and flipping collections, so I don't know that I'll put it anywhere. I'll stick it in a binder for now, I guess. Maybe I'll flip it. I don't know. Anyone out there need one? Got this Johann Apprentice Sorcerer. Lets you cast instants and sorceries off the top of your library. Kind of cool. And this guy says whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, draw a card. Nice little Strixhaven reprint in the mystery, I'm sorry, not the mystery box, in the list slot. The mystery box. It could be anything. It could even be a list slot. Now that's some interesting art. What do we got? Kindred Discovery. Alright. Don't know what that card does. I'll assume it's some sort of blue draw spell. I love this Gallant Pie Wielder. I've won a lot of limited games with this guy. Celebration, get double strike, and usually like you play something like I forget the name of the 5-drop. There's a 5-drop that's a 3/3 flyer in white, and when it comes into play you put a Royal Roll on something else, so that's your 2 permanents entering play. Get this guy like a Royal Roll, so he's a 3/4, give him double strike for the celebration trigger. It's good stuff. Elusive Otter. I do love that they print otters. That's a nice little creature type for us to expand. We get double pretty cards, but they both suck. Ray Bombardment and Compulsion. Misleading Moats. 4 mana, target creature's owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Lame. And then, oh, okay, this is like a reprint from, what, like Walking Dead or something? Yeah, this is Daryl. Okay, yeah, so this has the promo set symbol. It says equals SLD144 down here, SLX. And this is Daryl. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent gets 3 Walker tokens. Tap. This guy shocks two damage to target creature. Whenever a zombie an opponent controls dies, draw a card. Interesting. So, there was a big hubbub about the Walking Dead cards being mechanically unique, and I was right on with a lot of people just being really pissed about it. And then by the time they actually got around to printing the Magic universe versions of them, I couldn't care less. We've been to so many other like planes and properties at this point that I'm actually just mad there's more stuff I have to remember now, that there's like these cards that are technically the same as some other cards. I don't care. Just play Daryl. I'm never going to cast this guy. Prophetic Prism. Nice. I love this art. And this is Quentin Gleim. New Magic artist, I guess. Alright. Bulk. The Tempting Apple. Cool card in the set. The Poison Apple. It's a food that can give you life or your opponent death. Charming Scoundrel. One of my favorite. I'm always looking for, good red aggro creatures for standard, and so it's good to see that guy in here. And he went right into my Zagras deck. Sanguine Bond. That's probably not nothing. And Vampiric Rites is nothing. Candy Trail. Sure. I love food. Throat Slitter, though. A nice card in the list slot. Yeah, when he deals damage to a player, destroy target non-black creature that player controls, and he's a ninja. Gotta love it. Ooh, we got a signed art card. This is Realm Scorcher Hellkite, Billy Christian. And we got a foily land. It's looking like a good pack so far. Let's see if they pull the rug out from under us. Bulk, bulk, bulk. Throne of Eldraine. I didn't know there was a card called Throne of Eldraine. 5 mana as it comes into battlefield. Choose a color. Tap, add 4 mana of the chosen color. Spend this mana only to cast mono-colored spells of that color. 3 tap, draw 2 cards. Spend only mana of the chosen color to activate this ability. This card's amazing for a mono-colored deck. I mean, I don't know if it's amazing, but it's interesting at least. That's really cool. What would I actually play this in? Do I have a single monocolored EDH deck right now? I don't think I do. But maybe hats. All my hats decks are monocolored right now. I don't think any of them are crying out for a 5-color mana rock, but they very well could be. Archon of the Wild Rose. This card's amazing and limited. Makes all your enchanted creatures 4/4 flyers. Ooh, pretty blind obedience. I'm liking that. Raid Bombardment, number like 4. Beast token, and crappy foil. Alright, well, this box ain't really giving up the goods yet, but the Smothering Tithe is nice, the Doubling Season's nice. Oh, putting these in the wrong pile here. Oops. Probably did that with that Doubling Season too, but, you know, that's a money card. I'm going to leave it over here to end the Bitter Blossom. Make sure I know they're there. This is the chick from the Smothering Tithe, right? Greater Oromancy art card. I would love to get that anime Smothering Tithe in this box too. Nice forest. Stuff I don't care about. Pie Wielder. Okay. We got our Restless Fortress, White-Black Manland, a Compulsion, an Evolving Wilds, and a Mouse token. Only like the Mouse token because it goes with a rare card. 3 Blind Mice is a sweet card. I was watching a video where you can make a token copy of your 3 Blind Mice and put Doubling Season in play in Historic, and then yeah, this is like a MTG Goldfish video, so you can find this. But like, you can put a token copy of 3 Blind Mice into play and Doubling Season, and then as soon as you put the token copy into play, because of Doubling Season, it goes straight to its second chapter and can copy itself because it's a token, and it doesn't say creature token on 3 Blind Mice. So you can create just a chain of token copies of 3 Blind Mice and basically go infinite or crash the game or do a variety of things there. So we got a Will Scion of Peace. I don't know if this guy's money, but he's certainly good in limited because you can gain some life fairly easily in this format. And he's a 3 mana 2/4 Vigilance, which is just contextually pretty good. A foil Not Dead After All. This I think this has play in Scam. And we got a Stab Wound, which kind of is a scam. Stab Wound is actually fine removal in this limited format, which is very enchantment-centric. But I don't think I've actually played the Stab Wound any of the times that I've opened it. Waste Not art. Not sure which way this is supposed to be oriented, things like that. But that's from the storybook-style reprint of Waste Not, which is pretty nice. But I think I've already opened like 3 of those. We got a Likeness Looter. I do not care. We got an Impact Tremors and a Vampiric Rites. I'll take that Impact Tremors. It's pretty. And we got this foily Fairy with the -1/-1 counters. Alright, box. Nothing exciting in here so far. We're going to have to pick up the pace. We got Court of Vantress. We got lands I don't care about. Get out of here with the bulk. Cruel Somnophage. What does this do? This is target player mills 4, and then its power and toughness are equal to the cards in all graveyards. Not really what I was looking for. Leyline of Anticipation is kind of cool. We got a Restless Cottage. We got a Sir Armont the Redeemer uncommon. I guess it's fine. That Leyline of Anticipation is pretty cool looking. I really love these cards. I don't think it's a coincidence that they came out with their extremely Disney-fied, like Disney World, or I'm sorry, not Disney World. This world of Eldraine, people, you know, called the Disney plane the first time around, and there's direct references to Disney-owned properties and stuff in here, even if they're technically going back to the stuff that Disney's properties are based on, and they're not breaking copyright or whatever. They're riding some Disney coattails in this world, and I don't think it's a coincidence that we went back to it the same month that Lorcana dropped. Because like pretty stuff like this seems to me to be trying to ride on the coattails of the current Lorcana thing. Like, oh, well, you think those cards are pretty? Magic has pretty cards in the same exact style. And we've been doing it longer and better. All right, we got the Muffin Man, Bernard. This guy is sweet. I mean, I agree with Pleasant Kenobi. The world described by this card is sort of an eldritch horror. Like, this is either your best friend or your worst nightmare right here, because he keeps you alive in a gingerbread hell of his own design. But maybe that's what you want. Maybe he's your best friend who saves you from the jaws of defeat and allows your consciousness to live out a full and happy life. And wow, this is sweet. Okay, so Curiosity. It's like a really common one to open. I've got a bunch of those so far. But a Questing Druid foil I didn't have any of. And this is interesting. It's red-green, gives you impulsive draw, and then basically a questing dryad, I think it's called. It gets bigger when you cast spells of another color. And this Hope of Giripur I really need for the deck I'm playing at the Showdown next week. So that's awesome. That's going straight into the 99 of my commander deck for the big Crimson Showdown, which is sweet. I'm going to go out to the Anime North Texas convention, play for a Time Twister. If you haven't signed up yet, do it. It's going to be fun. We got the Anime Omniscience. That's dope. I like that art. We got a Foily Island. We got all these cards I don't care about. We've got Rankle's Prank. Wow, he was the master of the prank. So this is a form. So it costs as much as Rankle, and kind of does like double Rankle duty. This card's terrible. Oh no, wait, you can do all of them. Never mind. Okay, choose one or more. Each player discards 2 cards. Each player loses 4 life. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Okay, I take it back. This card is not terrible. You can do them all. Ground Seal, pretty good. Slumbering Keep Guard, contextually good. Fairy Harbinger, a list card I love to see. Lets you find a fairy from your deck. But at 4 mana, it's the worst of the Harbingers, I think. But it is also a 2/2 flyer, and they didn't want it to break limited because it definitely had to have flying. So I understand why it is what it is. Also, fairies didn't need any freaking help in Lorwyn Limited, which is where that card was printed. So, Taken by Nightmares. Ashiok's Reaper. There's a good one for your, what did the professor called it? Auristocrats, the black-white deck that wants to make and create a lot of the role tokens in this limited format. This Devouring Sugar Maw won me a lot of games in the draft I won the other night. Dark Tutelage is reliably terrible, but also reliably somehow playable. Like, it'll win you games and then lose you just as many games. Agatha's Champion, Limited All-Star, terrible everywhere else. Yeah, Dark Tutelage and Limited is, like, not great, because you're going to play big spells, so it's going to do a lot of damage to you, or it's just going to hit lands every turn and you're going to look like a genius. But you have no control over that. There's the Ashiok art card. We got a crappy Plans nobody likes. We got, okay, Greta Sweet Tooth Scourge, another green-black limited darling. I do love all the food stuff they did in green-black in this set. It's freaking awesome. Okay. I said I liked the Rat King earlier, and here he is in all his glory, Lord Skitter. I like the character more than the card. I don't think the card's... It's not terrible. I mean, he makes a bunch of rats when you do damage to him. I killed him with, like, the Kellen's thing. Foil Grasp with Fate's kind of sweet. With the white removal spell where you bargain to destroy the creature instead of doing damage to it. You know, like, the only time I've actually hit him in Limited, he produced nothing. And actually, I'm sorry, another time I had to block him. And then I did the Adventure. There's a white-black Adventure creature that the Adventure is creatures your opponents control get -1/-1. So ended up just... Yeah, Kellen's Lightblades is the thing that destroys him instead of doing damage to him. And then, of course, if you let it make a bunch of rats and then you immediately give all the rats -1/-1, it's not really very intimidating. So hasn't really done much in the games I've seen. Bramble Familiar, fun card. I got like a foil special fancy version of that before that I like quite a bit. This one's a little boring, but it's nice. As Foretold Anime, that's kind of sweet. And A Witch's Mark is pretty dull. Hey, J-Long. I like the mouse token a lot too, J-Long. I like the art on the mouse. I like the card, 3 Blind Mice. Hey, we got another signed art card here. This is signed by Meal Temphanen, Greater Oromancy. 2 Greater Oromancy art cards, different art. There's a Plains. Here's a bunch of crap. Crap. We got the White Virtue. Virtue of Loyalty. It makes a knight, and then, yeah, puts +1/+1 counters on all your stuff. We got another Questing Druid. We got a Dragon Mantle. Sadly, not that cool. This foil Garrick's Uprising, kind of cool. And no sign of an Agatha's Cauldron yet. So I need this box to step it up. We're getting all these virtues for foils, and I don't want to go through and count them. I'm going to get discouraged about how many we've gotten. I do like the signed art card for Imidane. So speaking of signed cards, y'all seen the baseball Secret Lair? with the character signed cards. They've been all over Facebook for the last day or two. So you open like a baseball style card of one of the original Lorwyn 5 Planeswalkers, and the front of it will be signed by the character, and we don't know how many of them there are, or who did the signatures, or if they're printed on or hand signed. I haven't seen any of that confirmed yet. But maybe we're going to start getting signed cards. Start getting actual like signed cards in packs, like Mark Rosewater signed cards, something like that. Another cool mouse token. I do like the foil Greta Sweet Tooth Scourge. Alright, this is just a Realm Scorcher Hellkite art card. I think we saw that guy earlier. Cards we don't care about. Got another Ruby here. Malevolent Witchkite. 6 mana, 5/4 flyer. When at ETB, sack any number of artifacts, enchantments, and tokens and draw that many cards. So just like bargain all your stuff away for cards. Interesting, but probably not good. Yenna, an interesting Enchantress effect. Vampiric Rites, terrible. Protective Parents, straight to the limited pile. And on to the next pack. The less said about that pack, the better. Let's find that Agatha's. We got 8 packs, counting the one in my hand, to find this Agatha's. So cross your fingers. We're going to have an art card for Yenna. And cards we don't care about. And we have a Blossoming Tortoise. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 3 cards, then return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Activated abilities of lands you control cost 1 less to activate. Land creatures you control get +1/+1. I've never even heard of this guy. This is a sweet card. Huh. Interesting. I think I like the, well, yeah, 4 mana it's a little rough, but I have a Babala Saga deck that has a lot of interesting land recursion stuff, and this guy might be decent in there, but probably not at 4 mana. At 3 mana, definitely. I like the Mana Flare art here, and then a Chancellor of Tales is just sort of, actually, this should go here, because he's basically just a flying Lucky Clover. At 4 mana, not nearly as good, but maybe it'll see some constructive play. Pioneer could definitely have like another, like an adventure deck that we haven't seen all of yet. This is Stab Wound, right? Yeah, Stab Wound's anime art. Or storybook art, sorry, not the anime art. Cards we don't care about. And Godric, Cloaked Reveler. Human Noble, 3 mana, 3/3 haste. So this guy's going in my standard aggro deck, should I build one. Celebration, as long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield this turn under your control. He's a dragon with 4/4 fire breathing and flying. That's interesting. There's another Curiosity, and hey, there's another pretty good card in the storybook slot. We got a Rest in Peace. I'll leave that here with the Bitter Blossom and the Doubling Season. Other good cards from earlier. Little limited All-Star there with the Besotted Knight. When I say All-Star, I mean 23rd card. I usually leave 2 more copies of in the board, but who's counting? Totentanz, Swarm Piper. I do love that the Pied Piper in this set who summons all the rats is named Death Dance. Totentanz. I think that's hilarious. He dances with death. Did you get it? His name's Death Dance. Restless Vinestalk. I have literally not seen this card yet. I've done like 6 limited events, at least 5. Nothing on Arena though, so I'm sure that's a drop in the bucket compared to most of my friends who do Arena drafts who do like 5 in a night. But that's a lot to have not even seen this particular manland yet. So up to 1 other target creature has base power and toughness 3/3 when he attacks, and for 5 mana this guy's a 5/5 with trample. It's not terrible. It's not great. Ground Seal. Boundary Lands Ranger is awful. Simply awful. Alright, we're getting down to the bottom here. I feel there's an Agatha's somewhere. It's probably the next to last pack, just to raise my blood pressure as much as possible before we get there. That's Maleficent, right? Is that Maleficent? Pretty sure that's Maleficent. What does it say on here? Talion? Bullshit. Angelina Jolie should sue. Or Disney or whoever owns the copyright. Why not all of them? Also, I don't want to play that guy in Commander. Talion sucks. Feral Encounter. Okay, I guess I played this card in Limited. 2 mana sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may exile a creature card from among them, put the rest in the bottom. You may cast the exile card this turn. At the beginning of the next combat phase this turn, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target creature you don't control. So, and that's a reflexive trigger. So you get to put a creature, you get to like pick a creature off your deck. You have the option to cast him, but whether or not you cast him on your next combat, you get to do a one-way fight something. It's definitely getting played in limited, probably nowhere else. Impact Tremors I like. Virtue of Knowledge Showcase Foil is sweet. Food token. 4 packs left. Let's find this Agatha's. Creepshow Secret Lair. I haven't seen the Creepshow one. They just announced a bunch of cool Secret Lairs. I don't know about buying them though. Easy for them to just print money. Restless Bivouac. And this guy is a red-white manland that puts counters on creatures you control. Goblin Bombardment in the storybook slot. I didn't know that was even in this set. That's pretty cool. So seeing a lot of stuff I didn't know they printed here. And this Territorial Witch Stalker, not a very exciting foil at the back. Alright, we got 3 packs left here. Moonshaker Cavalry. That's the white Greater Hoof, they say. We got this island. Got the bulk here. There we go. We got a 3 blind mice to go with those tokens. I like that. We got another Dark Tutelage, a Griffin Airy. We got a Beanstalk Worm, and in the list slot, we got a Foulmire Knight from the original Eldraine. Alright, this is the pack I predicted had the Cauldron in it, so cross your fingers. And if it's not this one, it's got to be the next one, right? So, you know, that's okay. The Iron Crag, that's the thing about guessing at the list, you know. If it's going to be in here at all, my accuracy looks better than it is if I just wait. Eerie Interference. Another Virtue of Loyalty. Not a great sign. That's another Mythic. Nature's Will. This was like a $20 card. I'm sure they've crushed it with this reprint. A foil Dawn of Hope. That had to be like a 20-cent card before, and now it's like 3 cents. Flamekin Village in the list slot. Sure. It's a land for elemental decks. And gives your elementals haste. And in the last pack here, show me the Agathas. Okay, we got a Planeswalker stamped Stab Wound. I think that's what they do if the artist didn't want to sign for them or something. So, hooray, almost signed card. We got a Forest, okay, looking good there. I mean, so far so good, right? We got the Good Lamb, we got the foily stamped card here. We got an elusive Otter Showcase. I said I liked otters. How appropriate that the last pack gives us the end, which is also Donato Giancala's best art in this set, I think. I saw he posted on Facebook that the art description for this one was to show a stained glass window telling a story, but with the main character being forcefully ripped out of it. And this was his interpretation of that prompt, which I thought was freaking sweet. No such luck with the Agathas. We got a Knightly Valor. We got a foil Gabwick's First Duel, which is what I get for saying it was kind of a neat card earlier, I guess. But that's it. We are screwed on the Agatha's Soul Cauldron. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty disappointed about it. I was really hoping to get one of those. It's like a $50 card right now. I actually don't think... It's okay. I think it's really overhyped right now. It's probably going to be like a $25 card pretty soon, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to blow apart Modern and or Legacy. More likely Modern, right? I have gotten to do some cool stuff with it, though. Like, I got to exile my opponent's Ranger of Eos and put a counter on my Shroom the Hegemon, and then sacrifice my Shroom to silence my opponent, and simultaneously reset my win condition so I could combo off the next turn. It's pretty nice. An interesting kind of option you don't usually get with your random graveyard hate spell, so I guess in that sense it's pretty good. You know, I threw out the box. I probably should. Let's get the box back here. Put these cards in it. So I think we'll go ahead and take a look at some other stuff tonight, because this box left me pretty unsatisfied, I gotta say. I got the urge to open something good, and this ain't it, dog. This ain't it. So we're going to get these disappointing rares out of the way here. And these set boxes, it's like not even remotely tall enough for the cards. That used to be a thing, you know, you'd buy a box and like the box you bought was not a good container for the cards that originally were in the box, but at least worked. You could get them home. Not anymore. Yeah, that's atrocious. Okay, well, we're just going to get that out of the way for the moment. And I got a surprise for us tonight, so I figured we could go ahead and crack a set most of us probably haven't seen for a while. I got the original Modern Horizons. I just bought a Ranger Captain, so I figure there's definitely one in this box that I'll open now that I just paid cold hard cash for one. I'm sure I'll get a redundant copy in here. Other good stuff that we can get in this set, Force of Negation. I was looking earlier, and all of the pain lands are surprisingly high. Like the red white one, I think is like $20. There's a lot of good stuff in this set, and it's before all the Project Booster Fund craziness. So I've had this one sitting in the closet for I guess like 4 years now, 3.5 years, and unfortunately it's got this banged up corner. So I didn't want to try to resell the box. Figured I'd go ahead and crack it on here so we can see what's in it. All right, how you guys doing there? Sound off in the chat if you're still with me. Did I miss any fire in that Eldraine box? I don't think I missed anything in there. I don't know all the prices from that set though. Did I have a big hit that I didn't know about that anyone noticed? I mean, I'll go through and scan everything later, but I'm not sure if maybe I had a hit that flew under the radar there. Who's gotten to do Eldraine Limited with the new set yet? Like physical cards, not just on Arena. I guess there's nothing wrong with playing on Arena, but that's not what I'm asking. Well, I'm glad you came in, Jason. Appreciate it. So, it's not on a bundle, but you know, this is cool art. I had this up on the wall for a little while before I had to make space for all this stuff that's up here now. But yeah, I love this particular piece. This one's too beat up to put up anywhere anyway, but thought I'd share that with you real quick. So let's get into this box of Modern Horizons. We got our good pal Urza on the front there. Everyone loves Urza, right? If you haven't seen a Modern Horizons box, this was the booster display. This is how it was meant to be in stores. And this is actually, this is a 36-pack box. This is not a 24-pack box the way that a lot of premium sets are. So there are 36 packs in 2 columns of 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 18 packs. Oh, I forgot to put it like that. So let's go ahead and get into them. Let's see what we got. Oh, all right, I'm upside down. We'll figure it out as we go along. Now I think because this is pre-Project Booster Fund, I think we'll find this pack is much easier to sort. We have commons. Who doesn't love some commons? Okay, we have uncommons. And we have a rare. It's an Icefang Coatl. Icefang Coatl is not one of the biggest hits in this set, but it's about $3. This Snow-Covered Island, I'm sorry, it's about, yeah, I think it is about $3. This Snow-Covered Island is over $1. And we got a Lesser Masticore. Sorry, I just realized I need to move this back so everything can actually be in frame, but that's probably better. Hey, Bobby. Thanks for joining us. We made it through the Wilds box, but it was really disappointing, so we're going to try to wash that taste out of our mouth with this Modern Horizons box, the original Modern Horizons. So 4 years old. This box is a little beat up, so instead of trying to resell it, I'm worried about the damage causing problems. We're just going to crack it on stream and have some fun with it. So wish me luck. We're hoping for Force of Negation and Ranger Captain of Eos. And I think it's pure serendipity that the way I'm opening these packs, they end up upside down. It's almost like the pack gods knew they would be on stream. So I should just lean into that, right? No need to flip it over. There are, I think, some interesting uncommons in this set, but I straight up forget what they are. So if something jumps out at me, we'll talk about them. But in the meantime, let's talk about this Sarah the Benevolent, which is surprisingly like over $5. I was really shocked to find that out, especially because it was just reprinted in the Rebecca Gay Secret Lair, and I've got 5 of them from that because I bought 5 of the Rebecca Gay Secret Lair because I'm a crazy person who loves Rebecca Gay's artwork. Oh, I'm glad you got in for the end of Eldraine, Bobby. But really, you didn't miss much. The box was pretty disappointing. We'll go back through and look at what we opened at the end so we can kind of see a recap on the stream. But so far, this Sarah the Benevolent is almost as exciting as the most exciting stuff in that box. And it's not very exciting, just to be clear. I'm not doing backflips over a Sarah the Benevolent because, again, I just opened 5 of them in freaking Secret Lairs. Pashalik Mons. Underappreciated card, I guess. I mean, I don't play goblins, but I gotta assume that card's better than people act like it is, because I don't see it anywhere. But it's, I mean, what does this freaking card do again? Yeah, whenever it or another goblin dies, it does an automatic goblin bombardment. This card's amazing, like with goblin bombardment, and it's got oh, what the hell's the card called? It's 3 in a red, sack a goblin, make 2 goblins. It's from Fallen Empires. Help me out here. Sack 2 goblins, make 3 goblins. Basically, Goblin Warrens, right? Yeah, it's essentially got a mana-intensive Goblin Warrens built into it, and Goblin Warrens was a busted card back in its day. Alright, we got a Djinn nobody likes. We got a Siege Gang Lieutenant. That's a sweet uncommon from the set. I've played that guy in Constructed. He's dope. Probably works well with that other one. Okay, here's a bit of a hit. We got part of that land cycle. I think this is like the second most expensive out of that land cycle. I'll definitely take it. Silent Clearing. I've been wanting to get playsets of these for a while. I think I have maybe 1 of the 5 I have a playset. It is weird that we only have 6 lands in that cycle because of Horizon Canopy. I don't think we've gotten the rest yet, right? No, we only have 1 allied color, and then we have 5 enemy color. Undead Augur. This is a sweet uncommon that nobody's playing, but it's awesome. Okay, yeah, here we go. So, first Sliver's chosen. Sliver creatures you control have exalted. That's funny. Elvidomri's Call. Surprisingly big hit from this set on Donglair, which has got to be based on like TCG mid or market price or something because the numbers seem kind of inflated. But this was like $9. And I just think of this as, you know, a card that's maybe a $2 to $3 tutor because it's been around for so long, but maybe it is up there now. I don't know. Interested to find out. This Blizzard Strix I think is not exciting. This Sarah the Benevolent art card, slightly more so. And a Soldier token. This set does not have Urza's Saga, Bobby. This is the first. This has the original Urza, Lord High Artificer, but not his Saga. That's in Modern Horizons 2. But this does have Prismatic Vista. Alright, so we got commons. Nobody likes commons. We've got Urza's Rage, that was downshifted from rare for this set. Oh, okay. This is a bit of a hit. I'm not thrilled with using a Mythic on it because it's only $5, but Hex Drinker, one of the more interesting and unique cards from the set, and also the little Changeling Outcast. I just kind of love this card. Have an affinity for it. It's not worth shit, but I'm putting it in the rare pile because it's adorable. And tokens nobody cares about. Next one, please. So yeah, probably not going to get a Ranger Captain in this one since we had that $5 Mythic in the last pack, but holding out hope nonetheless. I'd take another one of those fancy looking lands too, that'd be nice. Alright, we got commons. We got uncommon. We got uncommon. We got yet another uncommon. None of those are very exciting. On Thin Ice, somehow less exciting than all of those even. Not one of the better rares in the set. Though I think it has actually seen some play somewhere. Definitely limited. But it's just a Chain to the Rocks for a snowland instead of a mountain. so it's slightly better chained to the rocks, I guess. Ephemerate, there you go. That's one of the exciting commons. It's like a $2 common. And also a card that I kind of wish had never been printed. But if they were going to print it, they didn't have to print freaking Grief. Maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm showing how I've been hurt in the past. I think I just accidentally bundled an uncommon up to there. Oh no, there you go. Talisman of Curiosity got stuck behind that Factor Fiction, and they were both eager to get out of the way of this Force of Vigor, which is definitely one of the better hits. That's on $10-ish, maybe $8. Very happy to open that one up though. Love some Force of Vigor. Ragavan is also in Modern Horizons 2. Yeah, the best hit in this set is Force of Negation, which is about $50. So this set is not as high-flying as Modern Horizons 2. The Modern Horizons 2 is not as high-flying as it used to be either. They printed the crap out of that set. Alright, commons. We got Wing Shards. We got Lava Belly Sliver. And we got Scuttling Sliver. Trying to read all these upside down. That's fun. Aria of Flame. Truly a terrible card. Battle Screech. Not very exciting either. That's just going to go in the uncommon pile. I do love the Snowlands. There's Iula. Cool Bear Lord art card. 1 pack, please. That's alright. 36 packs in this box. We got a lot to go. The last box was only 30 packs. But, you know, I must say the last boxes that we opened on this channel were insane. So if we just get crap tonight, we kind of had it coming. After that Dominaria Remaster box from the last stream, I feel like I used up all my pack opening luck for the year. But maybe not, because that box, you know, even as absolutely balls to the wall as the contents of those packs were, it really wasn't worth that much. I think I barely broke even on that box at today's prices, which means I still lost money because I bought it at probably $230, and you can get a Dominaria Remaster Collector right now for like $180. So yeah, pretty nuts. Commons, ooh, that's the Vesperlark. I remember that being a little interesting when this set came out. Where you been since then, bro? Exclude, that's a mean card. Why would you exclude my creature like that? Giver of Runes, definitely a good one to see. I think we're coming in around $7 with Giver. And I haven't had one for a while, so glad to add it back to the team. Alright. Get these commons out of here. We got a Crypt Rats. That's a great uncommon reprint. If you haven't played with Crypt Rats, I suggest you do, just for the experience. It's fun. Lightning Skelemental? A Skelemental. Not a card that's ever gone anywhere. Not a card that's ever going anywhere. Except into the bulk box to wait for its day to eventually hit the landfill. Or be gifted. Donate your old cards to schools. Get kids into this wonderful game that we all play. Spiteful Sliver. Well, oops. Aren't we all? Hang on. Got my piles all fucked up here. That's a rare. Those are uncommons. That's a rare. That's a land. That's a token. That's an art card. Okay. Alright, commons nobody likes. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. And a Force of Rage. If I'm going to get forces, must they be forces of rage? I shall be the Force of Rage, if this continues. Iceberg Cancrix. Snow-covered plains. A slivery art card, and an elemental. Alright. We shan't lose hope. We're not even halfway through this box. I'm sure it has more goods in store for us, more goodies to offer. Commons nobody likes. We got Oniraphage, and a Firebolt, and a Watcher of Tomorrow. Hey, there we go. There's a hit. Second most expensive card in the set. Renin 6. Coming in at 40 something, I think. Not sure what it's at on low, but definitely a good hit. I'll take it. Nice pack fresh, Renin 6. Get these commons out of here. Got a Battle Screech, Llanowar Tribe, that's a fun one. And, come on, there you go. Lava Belly Sliver. We got the Unsettled Mariner, who does make the money chart, I think, at like $1 or $2. Same with Cordial Vampire. Not sure about the foil. It probably actually is less than the regular. There's a bulk rare for you. We'll probably see that guy. That's the Bizarre Trade Mage or some shit. It's just like a weird, it's like a Bizarre Baghdad on a creature. Not very good. Alright, commons nobody likes. We got a Cycling Land Barrenmore. We got a Talisman of Resilience. Gotta love that. And Etchings of the Chosen. I wonder if this card's any good at hats. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is. Gotta love the colors. A Dead of Winter. That is a bulk rare, but it's a good bulk rare. It's quite playable. Wall of 1000 Cuts. Love that art. Hey, Jeremy. Yeah, Mariners is not a bad card. I mean, Ward is pretty powerful. So, I'm into it. Alright, we've got commons nobody likes. We've got Throat Seeker. We've got Secluded Step and Regrowth. Power uncommons. Marillage's Slumber. The opposite of a power rare. But who knows where the future might take it. We have hit the midpoint of this box. We've got 18 packs left. Let's see where they take us. We've got commons. We've got uncommons. We've got the Talisman of Hierarchy. We haven't seen that one yet. And the Scuttling Sliver. And in the blue slot, it's a... I'm sorry, in the rare slot, it's a blue mythic. It's an Echo of Eons. This also is on the money charts. It's not a Force of Negation, but we'll take it. And I do love that they reprinted Time Twister in this particular form. It's just a fun card. I like that you can crack your LED to put this in the yard and then use the LED mana to cast it. Which is sort of reminiscent of, but also kind of the opposite of casting Time Twister and cracking your LED in response. Of course, that's better because it gives you mana to cast post Time Twister, but, you know. My way might get you casting it faster. So, uncommons, I think that nobody likes, right? We got Rebuild, we got Talisman of Curiosity again. People like that one. Alpine Guide, nobody likes. Fallen Shinobi, not very exciting rare, though I do love that they brought some cool ninjutsu stuff back. Undead Augur, one of these days, I'm telling you. Zombie deck, right in the kisser. Undead Augur's a fun card. A useful zombie payoff, but zombies are just not good enough for current modern because they don't cost 0 and have random support from cards like Up the Beanstalk. So elementals, since Modern Horizons 2, elementals are just insane in modern. We got the Wing Shards, we got the Vengeful Devil, we've got... Okay, come on. Work with me. We've got a Lonely Sandbar, and our rare is a Hogak, the Menace of Modern and Legacy. Though I think, is Hogak still legal in Legacy? Because I know it just ruined Modern, but I don't know if that's where it ended. Alright, we're going to check in here. Just make sure everything's going well. How's everyone doing? If you're just tuning in, we're going through Modern Horizons 1 after opening a pretty disappointing set box of Wilds of Eldraine. But yeah, that's, you know, we'll go through what we've opened at the end. Got some okay stuff. Nothing really fantastic. We did get a Wrenn and 6 in this box, so that one very decent hit, but still holding out for Force of Negation and a Ranger Captain. Alright, we got the commons out of the way. We've got the uncommons out of the way. Throes of Chaos. That was an interesting one, at least. Alright, we got another one of our land cycle. The Waterlogged Grove. I feel like this is probably not one of the better ones in the cycle. I could be wrong, though. I'll have to check the relative prices. But I would just hazard a guess that the green-blue is probably the cheapest of them. Alright, we've got comments. We've got... What is this guy? Ingenious Infiltrator. Oh, yeah, okay. He's a ninja magpie. Oh, Grave Shifter. Yeah, a changeling gravedigger. Interesting card as well. I played him in the original Zagros build for a while. Future Sight. This card used to be worth money, and I remember when they reprinted it in this set, it dropped to a bulk rare. I'm quite sure it's never recovered. It'll never be played anywhere again. There's so many just like niche ways to get the same effect as Future Sight that allow you to tailor it to the needs of your deck and what's in your deck. And you just don't need to pay 5 mana for this effect anymore. Alright, we're going to get all of these out of here. Is that all commons? Come on. Yep, nope, that's uncommon. Commons, be gone. We've got a Valiant Changeling. We've got Dismantling Blow. I do love Dismantling Blow. And Soul Herder. I still have a Pauper EDH deck built with Soul Herder in the command zone. I love it. Crashing Footfall is coming in at about $4. Still very, very playable in Modern in its own deck. Glad that we were able to get a new deck archetype out of Modern Horizons. Even though it really kind of took Modern Horizons 2, I think, to come along and really cement the place for that deck in the metagame. Alright, we got our commons over there. We got our nonsense uncommons here. Doesn't look like any good ones in this pack. Nope. Straight garbage. We've got a Cordial Vampire, though. And who doesn't love to be greeted by a vampire? I've been wanting to watch Things We Do in the Shadows for quite some time. I finally watched like part of 2 episodes. And I just don't watch much of anything. When I do, it's rare it was made in the last 30 years, so... Yeah, I'll get around to What We Do in the Shadows sometime in like 2046, if I'm lucky. There we go. Commons. We've got Siege Gang Lieutenant. This guy's showing up again. Always happy to see him. Shatter Assumptions. I don't think I will. I think I'll just keep on moving and get a Force of Virtue. Okay, I complained about the Force of Rage. I'm going to complain even more about the Force of Virtue. I need negation, people. Negation. Not looking good. Though it is just a rare, so... Yeah, it's not like we're only looking in the Mythic slot. But that Ranger Captain I'm looking for, that's looking less and less likely. Talisman of Resilience again. We got a Sadistic Obsession and Planebound Accomplice. This guy... I think there is a combo deck somewhere. I think somebody built some sort of Super Friends combo deck with that guy. Not surprisingly, it's not good. But what do you think the odds are that this guy will ever actually be good? Because, I mean, if you can get a doubling season into play, then you could do more than, you know, Saffron Olive style against the odds decks. Which I think is probably where I saw a deck with this guy. That's the only kind of deck you're going to be able to build with him for now. Gemrus Gift. I forgot this card existed until pretty recently. Until they printed a near analog to it and reprinted it in Wilds of Eldraine, actually. Okay, so we got a Grave Shifter, which I do like to see. We got a Zalfirin Decoy and a Generous Gift in the uncommon slot. And this one is a Winds of Abandon, which is a good rare. I think it's around $5-6. So probably not covering the cost of a pack here, but I do like it. I've cast many Winds of Abandon. I don't think I've cut it from a deck recently, which I certainly can't say for Wrath of God. But giving your opponents a ton of lands has its downsides too, especially if you're exiling their commander and they're like, oh, well, thanks for like 6 more lands to keep recasting it. We got a Talisman of Curiosity in there and a Fiery Islet, which I think is the second most expensive of these lands. I could be wrong. This may be the most expensive. I think it's the second most. Anyone know in the comments? Gotta love the foily Shapeshifter token. It's so weird to open this box from like before all the booster fun and everything, and this was the only box of this set. This is it. You wanted to open this set? This is what you opened. There were no collector boxes. There were no set boxes with a bunch of extra rares. No alternate treatments. Just this. Carrion Feeder, one of my favorite cards ever, reprinted it uncommon in this set, made me so happy. Even though I don't like the way this art looks in this frame. And we get back-to-back lands in these 2 packs, which is cool. I'll take that Nurturing Peatland for sure. You're halfway through Season 2. Is that what that says, Jeremy? Of What We Do in the Shadows? I'm in it for Matt Berry. That's my whole reason for wanting to watch that show. Because I was pretty much out on it. The mockumentary thing, like, you know, a Mighty Wind style, Spinal Tap style mockumentary thing, kind of wore out its welcome for me. And I guess it's a little bit that, a little bit The Office. And I wasn't sure I was into it, but Matt Berry is just worth watching for me. And we get Force of Despair, so we've gotten all of the forces except Negation in this box, just to be clear. We got a Force of Vigor, we got a Force of Rage, we got a Force of Despair, and we got, what the hell's the other one? That was the Force of Rage, the Force of Virtue, the white one. So, yeah, so when there's no Force of Negation in these last 5 packs, just know that we got the whole rest of the cycle, so there is no balance in the universe, in fact. Alright, commons. We got nonsense uncommons nobody likes. Confirmed. And a Collected Conjuring, which is about the worst news I've got in this whole box. The Mox Tantalite art card is the highlight of the box. I'm sorry, the highlight of the pack. And the Collected Conjuring is the worst thing I've seen all night. I hate that card. I will never resolve one. I don't care what sort of limited format you try to put it in. Bad commons. We got a Coiling Worm. We got a Scale Up. There's a solid uncommon. And a Frostwalk Bastion. And a Seasoned Pyromancer. There's a good hit in the Mythic slot. It's not quite Ranger Captain level, but Seasoned Pyromancer is holding some value. And you love to see it. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Jason. Second highest land in that cycle. I thought so. Whoop. Drop my cards. Alright, those are the commons. First uncommon is a Tribute Mage. Second uncommon is King of the Pride. Third uncommon is a Wall of Blossoms. And the card that couldn't wait to get out of my hand is a Reap the Past. I had misplaced hopes that maybe it was a good card that was just trying to jump out of the pack there. This is the next to last pack in this box, so it does look like we're in for disappointment, but that's okay. We came here knowing we already blew a lot of our luck, what, a week or two ago? Okay, we got nothing we haven't seen before in the uncommons. We got the Mist Syndicate Naga. Oh man, we are really saving the worst for last on this box. What an underwhelming going out with a whimper kind of finish that is on a Mist Syndicate Naga and a Reap the Past. I need some straight gas out of this last pack, guys. Alright, come on. Give me some fire. Straight gas, please. That's what I would like. No commons. We got a Lesser Masticore, a Squirrel Nest, gotta love that. A Face of Divinity, and Survey says it's a fucking Mirrodin Besieged. Okay, well, that's an Amorphon in the arts. Okay, once again, the foily squirrel token is the best part of the pack, goes with the Squirrel Nest. But yeah, definitely went out with a whimper on that box. That is a shame. So, not great stuff in the pulls today, overall, unfortunately, but we did get this run in 6. We got some lands. So let's do a little recap here. Let's get some of this other junk out of the way here. Right, so we opened 36 packs. So we got 36 snow lands. It's always nice. We got 36 art cards, including a few nice signed ones. 108 of the finest unplayable uncommons. and way more than that of these commons. And I'll pull out the ephemerates and the rest directly into the wood chipper. No, just kidding. I like throwing cards way too much to put these in the wood chipper when I could give them a new home somewhere as far as I can possibly throw them away. Matumbo, you know what I'm talking about if you're still here. And I know you're not the only one. Oh, good lord, okay. Well, that was the scissors I had on the table. Just sending them flying. And wrecking cards. Okay, cool. So we're going to get that out of the way. That out of the way. Uncommons, commons. Alright, cool. That's out of the way. And let's take a look at our rares here. So, I'm going to kind of separate the wheat from the chaff. Chaff, chaff, chaff. Pyromancer. Chaff. Force of Despair is going in the middle because it's part of a good cycle, but make no mistake, it's chaff. We got land, we got land, we got Winds of Abandon. Flamebound Accomplice. Force of Virtue, just going in the good cycle pile. Cordial Vampire, good card. Future Sight, bad card. Waterlogged Grove, good card. Hogak has, honestly, no value. Let's put Hogak here, because he ain't worth shit anymore, but he deserves some sort of pride of place. We got Echo of Eons, that's not a 0. Meritage of Slumber definitely is. Dead of Winter is. Cordial Vampire Foil is. Unsold Mariner is a small number. Red and 6 is a bigger number. Force of Rage is nothing, but part of a good cycle. I think Sisay might just barely be something because of Commander, but probably Sisay ought to be in the bulk here. Force of Vigor is the only force we open that isn't a 0, basically. So we're going to put it here. On Thin Ice is a terrible 0. Changeling Outcast. Hex Drinker, that card's a number. Eladamri's Call. Silent Clearing. So we did get like 4 of the lands. That's nice. Pashalik Mons and Sarah the Benevolent Ice Fang Waddle. Alright, so decent pulls from this box are right here. And, you know, aside from this red and 6, we got kind of boned on this box. That's pretty much it. So just based on the prices, I think these are off the top of my head. Let's look it up, because I think one of these boxes costs like close to $300 now, at least like $250. I think this is maybe 8 and 2, so 10. I think this is 10, so 20, 29, 34, 40, 41. I think this is probably 9, so 50, 55, 62, 66, 70, 71, 90, 98, maybe like 115, and then this is about 60, so 180, something like that. It's about 180 in playable rares out of the box. And that's probably pretty generous. I think a TCG low would be a good bit less, so not a great box. But still fun to open, and I really loved that set when it came out. I opened a lot of my Horizons, so nice little walk down memory lane, but I wish that walk had involved opening a Ranger Captain, let me tell you. We're going to take a look at the good stuff from the other box here. Was not really careful to put it back in a way that was easy to get it out again, so yep, all the good stuff right in the middle of this pile. Let's pull this out. Okay. I think that's it. Yep. Alright, the good stuff here. Pardon me. Now, make no mistake, we didn't open this much good stuff. But we did open a bunch of these cards. And I don't think any of the ones in this pile are really any good. We got Dawn of Hope and Nature's Will for rares. Goblin Bombardment, they upshifted to rare. That's interesting. These are all uncommons. Mana Flare, Ray Bombardment. This foil Garrick's Uprising is kind of hot. As Foretold, Grasp of Fate foil. Tutelage, Ground Seal, Curiosity, Leyline of Anticipation. I like the Impact Tremors, even though it's not rare. Put it there because it's sweet. Blind Obedience, Sanguine Bond. That's going to be it for those. But those are some neat hits there. Pardon me. And out of our regular rares, for hits, we've got, I think these Virtues of Loyalty or something, because I know they're played in Standard. 3 Blind Mice probably is nothing, let's be honest. I'm going to pull the Manlands here. Again, I have no idea if they are a number, but they at least have the potential to become that. Virtue of Knowledge Showcase foils probably kind of sweet. I'm guessing bulk, Manlands, Rest in Peace is some sort of hit. Guessing bulk, guessing bulk, guessing bulk, guessing bulk, guessing bulk, 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 bulk. Virtue of Loyalty, Ramble Familiar, these should all be bulk. This card I said is not nothing, but I mean, price-wise, it's probably nothing, right? I'm betting some of this isn't bulk, but I'll be damned if I know what it is. Just looking at it, it all kind of looks pretty bulky to me. Except the Muffin Man here, who, you know, I mean, why wouldn't he be bulk? It's just a commander card. This Hope of Garriper is the one that's going right into a deck for me. Maybe also this Rest in Peace, I gotta think about that. All in all, wait a second. We're missing something pretty sweet. Did I just blow past it in here? Or did I not pull it out of the box? Because we had one big hit in this box. Okay, hang on. What happened to it? Is it up here on top? Not on top of these cards. Sisse is $1. Alright. Glad to hear that. Oh, okay, yep, we got more rares in here. Left some stuff behind. Yeah, I thought we did a little better than what I was seeing there on this box. Like, this doesn't look like enough cards. There we go. Okay, bunch more stuff here. Is this everything now? Nope, nope, not everything. Got this guy too. And this guy, alright. And how much deeper we gotta dig here? I think that's it. Is that it? That's it. Alright, I made the mistake of putting common foils in the rare pile, which threw me off. Thinking I had pulled the whole rare pile. I had not. Okay, good deal. Alright, here's the rest of this box. And as you see, it's quite a bit. Like, we're missing a lot of stuff. So, foils, stupid foils, those go in bulk. Bulk, Not Dead After All, foil, stupid foils. Will Scion a piece. I don't think this guy's bulk. Could be wrong. The Iron Crag, probably. So, shouldn't be bulk because it's going to be better than Thought Vessel, but, I mean, it's not going to be, it's not like Thought Vessel's like a $10 card or anything. It's also been printed a lot, so who knows. But bulk, Feed the Cauldron, Smothering Tide, there's a hit. Twining Twins, definitely bulk. Up the Beanstalk foil, hit. Bitter Blossom, hit. Virtue of Knowledge, hit. Restless College, Borderless, hit. Restless Fortress, hit. Bulk, probably bulk. Bulk, Charming Scoundrel, definitely bulk. Doubling Season, there's the big hit we were looking for. Tale for the Ages is bulk. Leyline of Sanctity is close to bulk. Asinine Antics is probably not. And I'm guessing Virtue of Strength Showcase foil might also not be. So, alright, so these are the hits from this box. Doubling Season is definitely the big winner there. And I don't know. So, I don't know what the Doubling Season is out of this set. Other than I know it's a decent number. And that Bitter Blossom I think is like $20 too, but it's not foil, so maybe it's like $10, $7. Can't imagine it's going to hold that price, even though this art is awesome. So, like, that's the second one I've opened. And I've only opened the equivalent of maybe 2 boxes of this set, if you count all my limited events, plus this. So, all in all, I don't think it's that rare. But it's really nice. And if you're going to somehow play a 60-card format with 4 Bitter Blossoms, then yeah, pick them up. This As Foretold, I'm sure, is basically a 0, but it's the only anime art one I got, so that's kind of fascinating. Alright, well, that's it for those packs. And I'll tell you, This was not the exciting night of opening that we had last time, but it was a lot of fun anyway. I really appreciate everyone who tuned in for the stream tonight. Glad we got to see some old stuff, some new stuff, and always exciting cracking packs and looking for whatever we can take home. I'm going to add a bunch of this stuff to the trade binder, and probably going to throw some of this up on a Whatnot stream in the near future as well. So stay tuned for stream details on that. And next time we go up here, probably try to go up maybe next weekend with some results from the showdown as well, so we have something to talk about. Anyway, thanks again for everyone who tuned in today, and have a great Sunday evening. Bye-bye.